taken beautifully.
Tino's wonderful. He's come on.
Florence losing possession of that man.
Oh, and
Finished a beautiful offload.
Well, here we are at St. John's College. It's another beautiful day, and we're expecting a really good game here. We've got St. Charles College up against HTS Daniel Pienaar. HTS Daniel Pienaar going from left to right in the maroon, and St. John's College going from right to left in the blue shirts. I'm Manny Sakhale, and with me in the combox.
Tyrone Peters, how's it going, Manny? How are you doing today?
Yeah, well, I'm good. You know, I watched a really good game of rugby. I think we're getting to have a look at what seems to be a sort of haka type vibe from HTS Daniel Pienaar. Tyrone, what do you think about this?
Is that Daniel Pienaar's side? Is that them in those colours or those in that side?
Yeah, well, that is them.
I'm used to St. Charles being in red, so I thought we were going to see a bit more red from St. Charles, but they're in blue. Seems like Daniel's in what HTS Daniel Pienaar is in red or maroon. And yeah, it seems like that's their version of the haka.
Well, an interesting haka, not quite the New Zealand haka, but hopefully he's putting some kind of fear into the St. Charles boys. As St. Charles look to take a kick off here, they'll be looking to get off onto the front foot really early here in the 24th edition of the St. John's Easter Rugby Festival.
And I'll tell you, I'm a very big fan of St. Charles Rugby. I love the way they throw the ball around. They really got a nice diversity in their side as well. So you see the boys of different cultures showing off their different skills and abilities. As they get their kickoff going, a bit scrappy at the start as HTS Daniel Pienaar get their hands on the ball. Looks like Xavier Marburg is their number 9. Can't see exactly who carried it up. A nice strong run there. Marburg again with the boot just outside the 22, and looks like he's kicked it out on the full directly at us. And it's gone just back to the 22. First error in the game. As we see number 7, Ruvaldo Beer. Seems like he's getting a little bit of attention there from HTS Daniel Pienaar.
Yeah, well, interesting start here as HTS Daniel Pienaar tried to get the ball out, unfortunately failing and just carrying it back into the 22. You know, I always say the team that makes the least errors here and keeps to their basics as well as possible is the team that's probably going to come out trumps at the end of the day.
Spot on, Manny. Especially at festivals like this. You don't mind a little bit of errors, but especially because it's beginning of the season. But it's all about momentum, all about building confidence, and that's not really the way you want to start. And saying that, this is the first line out of the game. St. Charles's ball. St. Charles are a Durban school, am I right? They're not an Eastern Cape school. I'm mixing that with Hudson Park.
Yeah.
St. Charles is in Pienaar.
Yeah, they're a Maritzburg school, really inland. Competing with all the Durban schools, but their main rivals will be around the park of Maritzburg College, yes. Hilton College, Michael House. Yeah, KZN school.
All right, very good. First mistake there. Referee saying accidental offsides. Man going into man. First scrum of the game coming up by HTS Daniel Pienaar. Some big boys out there again. South African schoolboy rugby, a great advertisement to the world about how big our boys are in South Africa, and another beautiful day, like you said, in Johannesburg here.
Yeah, you talk about really big boys. I must say, I did see the New South Wales Invitational side. There were some serious units in that team. But the South African boys seeming to be not very far off the pace there. We definitely do comprise of some of the bigger players, as we see HTS Daniel Pienaar looking to run it out to gain a better angle in their 22 here from the number 13 over there, Vice Captain Hannes.
Shamondra Hannes with a strong run in the 22 over there. Marburg getting the ball out. Looks like the 10's getting ready there. Darian Edwards puts it on the boot. And Garrett Fryer with the first run of the game by the right winger. Into his lock partner, Andrew Beiruti. Nice Lebanese name there. I like that.
Well,
sorry, you Manny.
Well, it's been interesting. Some of the games that have started, the first 2 or 3 minutes are normally quite scrappy. Now, I mean, Tyrone, you've coached high-level sides for a long period of time. What's the kind of consensus in the first 10 minutes? How do you guys approach your game? And How do you think these two teams have gone about approaching the game in the first 3 minutes of the game?
Well, if I can think about the mentality of the HTS boys, I know coming up against a lot of Afrikaans schoolboys, the first 10, 20 minutes direct rugby, go as intense as possible, run through the wall. But try to keep it as simple as possible. But with the Durban schools, I'm thinking they're going to be a bit more elaborate, and that's where I think the mistakes are coming from. This early intensity by HTS Daniel Pienaar as the 8th man picks up Marco Gous. There goes Edwards, shuffles it on this time. Puts it on the boot, looks like, I don't know, Lorenzo Jafta. As the fullback there, Simso Ngubeni. Simso Ngubani's away. He's away in the corner. What a run, what a beauty. Lovely try, first score of the game. Simiso Ngubani. I think. Let's just double check that there, Manny.
well, I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic try from Simiso Ngubani. That absolutely a one-man try. They've kicked it down his throat, and he's shown them the consequences of kicking it down the fullback's throat. We have a look at the replay here. He's got eyes on the ball. He steps with the right foot, steps with the left foot, looks for a little handoff, and absolutely nobody is taking the speedster down. Look at him. He's got a smile all the way to the try line. He knows he's done well. Fantastic try. And you don't kick down this man's throat, do you now?
Well done. No, you don't. I'm sorry. Especially if you don't want to have any chasers after him as well. And then when you do get an opportunity to lay hands on him, make sure you put him to ground because he's a strong little man as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Some light feet there. We see the number 12 here.
Must be him. Can't be him.
We see the number 12 lining up to have a kick here. He should be adding these 2 points. But what a try from Ngubani. Really putting St. Charles on the front foot.
Daisy.
As we see the ball going slightly to the left of Poles. Just getting into his Easter festival, isn't he?
No, and it's a bit disappointing from a Durban schoolboy because I know when the guys come up to Joburg here, they love kicking at Poles. With the thin air, the way the ball goes, what an ego trip. You're kicking the ball 50 meters and you're 17 years old. So he's definitely be disappointed with that, but in saying that, they have put great pressure on HTS. This will be the first time HTS get out of their half. 5-0 to St. Charles. And another mistake, Manny.
Yeah, well, really at this level, it just isn't good enough. You're playing some serious teams at the St. John's Easter Rugby Festival. it's a really good rugby festival. There's no such thing as a walkover game here, and you cannot afford to make any mistakes. And the best teams, as we saw, Paul boys in the last game, what a fantastic sight for the game, making very few to no mistakes.
Great standards by Paul boys. Well, they weren't really put under that much pressure. Like that they got a nice early run out to stretch their legs at the St. John's Easter Fest. Looks like our number 12, Tian van Tonde, is shaping up at fly-off for HTS, and Darian Edwards is the 10. And as we say that, JJ Ford gets, it's a scrappy work. Marburg does well. Here goes Hannes. Beautiful, strong run. It's a great tackle again by the number 12 by St. Charles. Ferocious defence as Marburg gets it out to the tight head prop, Julian Skuman. Strong bum by Skuman. Marburg out to Mornay. No. The 8th man, Marco Gous, who shovels it on to the fullback, Lorenzo Jafta. Nice straightening of the line, Lorenzo. Marburg getting the ball out again to the number 19. A little bit tentative on the cricket pitch there, and he gets bashed backwards. Marburg goes blind. Edwards looks for the show and go and gets smashed into the ground. Good defence here so far by St. Charles.
Yeah, well, they're doing all the small things right as we see ball going out to Mornay Bazek over there. We see some quality ball being dished out here from Myburg. Myburg really giving his team the opportunity to go forward at the moment.
As Tian van Tonde screaming for it. Sorry, Manny. As they're going wide out here. Segan Botman with a strong run out here as Myburg looks to shuffle it back to the forwards. Not a lot of intensity by Franco Human there, but they've still got the ball. As Chingombo. No. Number 4. Cup running strong in the middle of the field. Good shuffling of the ball there. Chapter outside wide to Edwards. Edwards give it to the left wing. Strong run. First run on the touch of the ball by Caleb Rudman. Strong on his feet, Rudman. As the play seems to taper down out. And St. Charles seem to have done well again just to control RTS. Shepherd them out. And looks like they've got the possession of the ball.
As we see a comment there from Natalie Liens, just saying, whoop, whoop, go Saints. I'm guessing that's St. Charles. Seeing there from DeForce, go Boetebeer. Would you...
Butterbeer, I'm telling you, he's a Daniel Pienaar supporter. Because Rivaldo Beer must be related to Butterbeer.
Oh, well, there we go. Some support around the country as we see St. Charles going nice and hard, running it down the middle of the park. Some quality ball out here from JJ Ford. Interesting to see what St. Charles, 5-0 up at the moment, can do with the ball. We haven't really seen them on the ball in the last 2 or 3 minutes. HTS having a lot of possession.
Samiso takes responsibility and gives it out to Nathaniel Sasia, who puts it on his boots and kicks the ball away. Ooh, it doesn't look too great. But Lorenzo Japtas put it up, and looks like the fly of Ietu Majoza wasn't able to hold on to that. Ietu Majoza looks like a really nice player. He's got quick feet. He looks like he can step off both feet. Just looked like he made his first mistake, took his eyes off the ball. And let's hope he settles down into it. The guys having a chat with him. He seems like he's all right.
Well, I think HTS have got out of jail a bit there. It wasn't the greatest kick I've ever seen there from Japta, and unfortunately an unforced error there from St. Charles, and HTS managing to get the ball back there.
Well, referee's not happy, and Marburg having a word with Gous at the back of the scrum. Looks like they're planning a move here with the number 13, Shamondre Hannes. Shamondre Hannes is a seriously built guy as well. The 12-13 combination from Daniel Pienaar. Aren't the smallest 17, 18-year-olds around in South Africa. Looks like Edwards is shaped out at number 13 at the moment with Tian Fontonda at 12 as the ref gives a free kick and Marburg gives it out to Fontonda. Hannes gives it out to Edwards, who gets caught in position. Does well to get the ball back as Hannes cleans up. Marburg gets the ball out. Straight up to the number 1. The loose head prop goes nice and slowly into the tackle and gets the ball ripped from him as the referee says the tacklers must roll away. Penalty to Daniel Pienaar.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, especially in our modern day rugby, we see backs as versatile as they are. We see fullbacks managing to go into the fly-off position, fly-offs managing to go to the 12 and the 10 playing as double receivers on the left-hand, right-hand side. As we see HTS's number 10 there, Darian Edwards, pumping the ball into the St. Charles' half. But I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're just changing receivers because we do see Darian Edwards lining up in the number 13, but earlier in the game lining up in the number 10. So just staying as versatile as possible here in the game.
Definitely. As Corner Nichols gets it in. Corner Nichols gets it in. It's a hell of a strong run here by Julian Skuman. Oh, he's getting ripped out of his hands, and St. Charles have run away with the ball. Well done by Garrett Fryer. Here we go again. Here comes Ietu. Oh, almost an interception. Ooh, unbelievable. I don't know. There was a lock there. I think it might have been Charleston Cup. He might have dropped the ball there. Unlucky by the number 5 lock there. But Ietu Majoza got it out of jail there. Ietu.
Yeah, well, 11 minutes and 15 seconds into the game. Really tight here. You wouldn't believe it if you had just joined in here. St. Charles 5-0 up, but HTS, Daniel Pienaar have had all of the ball at the moment, haven't they? But St. Charles really defending well at the moment, taking the pressure on the chin.
Very well done. And JJ Ford comes around blind for St. Charles. Brilliant. Gets the ball away. Ietu out the back door to Garrett. Brilliant. This boy's quick. Garrett Fryer, strong running young man. As JJ Ford puts it on the boot over the top. Only Ietu Majozi is chasing. Well done by the left winger who gives it out to Hannes by Daniel Pienaar. Have got the ball now. Edwards calling for it. He's got it now. Can he give it out to the right wing? Luke van Wyk. He's got it now. Away he goes. I think that's the reserve. Number 22. Backhand pass. Was that forward? No. Hannes. Great hands by Hannes as Marburg tries to clean. And the referee says that is not an effective clean. Penalty St. Charles ball. Very well done by number 7, Carl Reed. First man there. Excellent job. And his men around him give him a big hug, pats on the back. Go Daniel Pienaar by Stain Smith. As Eric White was the number 22 running down the right wing down there, Manny.
Yeah, look, it's some good rugby. And as I say, if you just tuned in, you wouldn't believe your eyes. St. Charles going 5-0 up. Great to be watching from London. Go Saints. I'm guessing another St. Charles supporter there. As we see St. Charles pumping it all the way in.
Swart, St. Charles, the yellow dag. We love it.
Well, it's fantastic to see support all over the world and a fantastic platform. This is School Sports Live. We see the line out for St. Charles on the 10-meter line. What were they trying to do? It's a little 6 ball and well executed as they look to attack through the fly-off.
Kyle Reeves with a strong run up the middle. It's a lovely throw by Jared Duplessis at line-out time there as JJ Ford gets it out. Majosi shovels it on to number Zukile Mbuli. Zukile has lost it. And the referee says it's Hannes' ball now. Daniel Pienaar away. It's a great counter-attacking opportunity now. St. Charles' defence are all over the show here with the Locks calling for it. Actually, Marco Gous has given it now to Skuman. Skuman smashes them out the way. Marburg out to Tian van Tonda. Edwards, great little step by Edwards. Gets caught with a show and go there in the middle of the field. Marburg, referee saying hands in. No, not rolling away again. Referee saying Edwards not taking from the mark. And again, like you say, Manny, Daniel Pienaar having all the balls. St. Charles have 2-3 phases, and then Daniel Pienaar seemed to turn it over. I just would like to see St. Charles just calm it down a little bit and go through a couple more very exciting runners there. And in saying that, the Daniel Pienaar boys did really well to calm it down there because, it was a bit helter-skelter there for them as well.
Well, really, you got to ask yourself if Daniel Pienaar's got all the ball, which they do at the moment. They haven't really been penetrating the St. Charles 22. Tyron, what do you think they are doing wrong at the moment that they find themselves in the middle of the park with all the ball?
I'll let you know now what I think, man, but I just want to check what Chigongo is going to do with the ball there. As the referee says that there was a knock on at the line out, Corner and Nichols hasn't got it in. And I think there's the answer to your question, Manny. I think it's just simple mistakes. Every single time they build momentum, they get 2-3 phases together. The last one, they had 4 phases. They earned the penalty. They kicked it into the 22. They had their first attacking platforms, which kept me quiet because I was hoping they were going to prove us both wrong. But instead, they proved us right with another silly mistake.
Yeah, interesting that, really St. Charles, they had that first move of the game where they did manage to fathom a try. Other than that, I really haven't seen any attacking threat from the boys in blue as they get the scrum down.
Do you think they'll kick it, Manny? They're in their 22. St. Charles, what's their style? Will they run it? Will they kick it? Oh, no, the coaches have had a word to the fly-off. Actually, I don't think that's the fly-off. I think that was the centre who spashed that downfield to the halfway line. It's a hell of a good clearance. And what do we know about rugby when we're saying they should run it and he's just smashed it to the halfway line like that?
Well, it's interesting you spoke about style of rugby, and I definitely don't think with the amount of pressure HTS has put on them, they can afford to play out of that position at the moment. I mean, they really haven't touched the ball at the moment. HTS need to use this possession really well and try get some points on the board. 5 points, it's anybody's game at the moment.
Chingoma, great take by Chingoma. It's a hell of a pass by the lock, Franco Human, to Gous. Marburg getting it out now again to Human. Actually to Gous. Gous with a strong run. Marco Gous, in the middle of the field. Marburg getting out to Tian van Tonda, who's definitely standing at first receiver. Japta out to Hannes. Hannes holding on nicely there. Is he going to retain possession? Referee saying yes, he is, because St. Charles had their hands in the ruck and were illegally trying to win the possession back. And again, Daniel Pienaar getting hit backwards by St. Charles' great line speed and good defence. Winning the penalty. Edwards on his boots. Can we see something different than we saw 2 minutes ago when they had the similar situation?
Well, I think, really, they tried this 2 minutes ago. They got the ball into St. Charles' half. And as you said, they made a silly mistake in really a good position. But Tara, I can't put my finger on it at the moment. This is really their first 22 entry in the last 16 odd minutes, and they really haven't looked threatening. Either St. Charles' defense has been unbelievable, or HTS just don't have that penetrating power that they need to get through St. Charles.
Well, I agree. They've lacked a little bit of intensity, and let's hope they can prove us wrong right now. As they take it up, I think that's Mr. Skuman again with another strong run. He is a little bit upright. Chingoma, that's a strong run. He's also again upright, and the St. Charles boys strong in their defence again. There goes Human. Human again upright. He offloads it to Gous, who does very well to collect from Human. Marburg now gets it out. Beautiful for Van Tonda. Hannes gets it out to Edwards, who's again, Manny, we can say about versatility, but he's a bit light at 13 as the pass goes behind the forwards and Tian van Tonda tries to clean up. Well done, Tian van Tonda, who straightens the line in the middle of the field. No intensity here. Let's go forward here. Japta out to Hannes. Well done, Hannes. Go forward. Good defence by St. Charles there. I think that's Mr. Simpson. The referee saying there's a penalty. The ruck is formed. And the St. Charles boys are a bit eager. Nathaniel Sasia, the left winger, seems to have gone off his feet there. Or put his hands in the ruck. I just want to see what the referee has to say there. But another extended pressure by Daniel Pienaar. Yeah, hands in the ruck. Extended pressure by Daniel Pienaar. I think many is spot on. They are not showing any intensity. That's why it is quite easy for the defence just to keep smacking them across the field. And it looks like they might be going for poles this time. Or are they? No. We're at a festival. We're going to go touchline. Positive attitude wins the day. No guts, no glory. Let's hope Mr. Edwards has a good kick here. Excellent kick, about 10, 15 meters out. And Daniel Pienaar with their third line out. First line in the 22, third line in a good attacking position. Let's hope it's their first one that they execute very well for their fans.
Well, Daniel Pienaar really need to try and get some penetrative force here. You know, they've been in this situation 2 or 3 times in the game and really haven't managed to make due of anything. You know, some silly mistakes and once again losing the lineouts in the 22. It's almost as if, you know, they get a bit of white line fever, anything inside their 22. As we see St. Charles here, they'll look to clear their lines without a shadow of a doubt. It's a big kick that will not find touch, and a counter attack possibly on here with Lorenzo Japta leading the counter.
Marburg gets it out now to Edwards. Edwards calls for it, gets it out to Hannes, who's on the left wing at the moment. Big step off the left, and he comes up in the middle of the field. Well recovered, yeah. Good recycling of the ball. A good strong run by number 6, Sedan Botma. I think he gets his first touch of the ball in the first 17 minutes. As away goes Charleston Cup. Charleston Cup with a hell of a run through the middle of the field. No one bringing him down. Marburg looking blind. He goes open. Botno with his second touch of the game. Another strong run. First man there. No, Marburg gets the ball out. He goes by himself. Brilliant sniping run. Unbelievable by Marburg. Who's going to recycle for him? And the referee says penalty. Hands in. Looks like he might be going to his pocket, Manny.
An interesting call at a festival, I must say. You know, it probably really is the right call. You know, HTS, Daniel Pienaar in a great position to try to score a try, and St. Charles trying to slow it down as much as possible with an illegal maneuver in the ruck.
I think it's Jacob Queen that's right. He's a massive guy, but you're 100% right. You know, it is a festival, but they've given away the last 5 penalties. The last 2 have been in the 22. So, you know, I understand what the referee's trying to do in the 20th minute of the game here, considering that Daniel Pienaar also have been living off scraps. So he wants to make sure that we keep it a positive flow of the game. He's very rightly said the ruck is formed, but Mr. Queen decided to go in with his hands, and he has paid the consequences as he comes up underneath us now. I think it's only 7 minutes for a festival, so don't worry, young man. You'll be back on soon. As Marburg looks to feed, Daniel Pienaar looking to get on the board here at the St. John's Festival. Open side, Tian van Tonda pops it up behind the back of Hannes, and Hannes knocks it on out the back door. Sia puts it on his boot. Who's going to get there first? Will it be Japta? Nathaniel Sia, educated kick down the middle. Looked awkward, but he did well. And away goes the left winger. Caleb Runman with a strong run in the middle of the field. Marburg recycling again. Van Tonda on the boot. He turns St. Charles around. The try scorer, Simiso Ngubane with a strong run again. He slips the first one. Well, good tackle actually by Edwards. Majosi hands it off to Sugile Mbuli. JJ Ford gets it out now. It's Simpson putting it on the boot. Simpson seems to have got the ball 3 or 4 times, all time on his boot. Very educated boot, that young man. And takes the play down to just outside Daniel Pienaar's 22, and they cannot be happy with that, Manny. The last time you were speaking, Daniel Pienaar had a scrum 2 meters out. Now we're talking, they got a line out just outside their 22.
Well, I mean, they won't be able to believe their eyes at the moment. They've been absolutely camping in the Natal boys' half. And here they are defending themselves. They've got the line out, but they are defending themselves in the 22. They're probably going to kick it out to touch, turn possession over. But they won't be able to believe how much possession they've had in their half and what the results of that have been.
And if you were the coaches of the St. Charles boys right now, what would you be saying to them?
Well, really, I would be happy with the situation. You know, we've been put under masses of pressure, and we've dealt with it really well. We're keeping no points on the board as we see a little kick into space. Can it find grass? Japta gets bounced by the ball, but he looks to kick it to safety. And now we've got St. Charles just above the 22 with their ball. You know, they really have done well. They're in the lead at the moment. They got a man on the bench, and they seem to, and they're the team up front with very little to no
I
possession.
think everything that
amazing.
you're saying at the moment, Manny, anything you're saying at the moment is coming true. You know, they tried not to kick it out from the line out, then they ran it, then they got the ball kicked back, then they kicked it out. Now St. Charles' ball, just like you said, outside the 22 with a great line out. St. Charles' first phase seems to definitely be better. At least line out time seems to be better than Daniel Pienaar at the moment. Strong drive with 6 forwards. You must remember they're a man down with the yellow card as JJ Ford looks to get it out now. Majosi, good little step there, gives it behind the back to Simpsons. Mbuli, straight running Mbuli. You can see why in the program he's at number 12, although he's shaping at 13. Majosi, Simpson with a lovely little run off his shoulder. Beautiful run by Simpson. JJ Ford gets it up. Majosi in great position again, out the back door. Ngubani, can he get his second? Well done by the defender there. Simpson with another strong run. It's brilliant play by the St. Charles boys. They've just come alive all of a sudden. There's a prop outside to Ngubani. He's definitely hungry for his second try. Who's the right winger? Garrett Fryer supporting him. Big pass out wide. Lovely ball out wide to the hooker. Straight run. Beautiful run. Jared Duplessis. That is beautiful rugby. The Sharks coaches need to be watching what real rugby looks like at the moment because, wow, they haven't touched the ball for the last 10, 15 minutes. They got a yellow card and all of a sudden they start playing rugby. And now they've gone through about 4, 5, maybe 7 phases there and ended up, Eric Ortman, the beautiful straight running try, was a lovely pass out there by JJ Ford. An incredible finish to that movement. Really stunned me there, Manny. That is brilliant rugby.
Well, I think that's how Mother Sports works. You know, we were talking about HTS's dominance. We were talking about how well St. Charles defended. As we see the number 10 here.
Makes no mistake.
Majosi making no mistake.
Yeah, too.
Possession has been with Daniel Pienaar the whole day. Territory has been with Daniel Pienaar. We see a nice move here from their 22. Big work here from the big heavy. And I'll tell you what, it takes more than 2 people to get this man down. But that's what happens when you play a patient game, you play a well-defended game and a well-orchestrated game on attack. And that's exactly the penetrative force from Eric Ortman that HTS Daniel Pienaar are lacking slightly at the moment.
Definitely, as Edwards gets us away. Knock backwards, straight into the hands of Garrett to Majosi. Big pass out and Mbuli. Great hands by Ngubeni. The try scorer looks to get out the back door. Actually, it was Mbuli that did a great strong run there. Try to give it to his centre partner there. You can see there's a great rapport amongst the players at St. Charles. Guys really looking to express themselves. And when mistakes happen, you can see the apologies are coming out. It is easier as well when you're 12-0 up. So,
Tyron, here's a question to you as a coach. Jacob Queen in the sin bin at the moment. St. Charles scoring on the fringes of the breakdown. Should they really be scoring with a forward down at the moment?
Well, especially against looks like a forward-dominated side, HTS Daniel Pienaar. No, they shouldn't be, but it just shows you what intensity can do because, like, when they did strike, when they have got ball, they've run hard, they've looked good. And now, as in saying that, it's the first time I've seen a little bit of intensity by Marburg. Chibongo now running with the ball, and or Chingoma, should I say. And again, there hasn't been that much penetration and intensity by the HTS Daniel Pienaar boys. As Morne Bozek takes it up 5 meters. You know, Marburg gets it out again. Fontonda looking to take them out the outside this time. Jafta joins the line. Edwards, Hannes, he's looked like their best player at the moment. Gives it out wide to the winger, who pops it back inside. And the 8th man from St. Charles, Sanele Ndingi, has dropped the ball. So the ref's brought them back, or has he said half time? He's blown for half time. My bad, guys. I'm getting way too excited over here. A great performance at the moment by St. Charles boys. As Mr. Sekwali here has illuminated to the fact that Daniel Pienaar have not shown much intensity. A bit of, one-off runners, and they're definitely going to have to turn their possession into points the second half.
Well, it's a fantastic day here. St. Charles College, 12 points to 0 against HTS Daniel Pienaar. HTS Daniel Pienaar have had most, if not all, of the possession. St. Charles have a man in the sin bin, yet the score reflects 12-0. It's amazing how Mother Sports works. We will see you in the second half, and it will be interesting to see how HTS Daniel Pienaar make a comeback from the situation.
To the Proteas.
What's up?
With all due respect.
Your days are numbered. Your time is running out. Tick tock.
Tick tock. Boy. Don't be fooled by my age or my size.
Oh, my puppy fat.
Or where I'm from.
Nah, you can set the record setting job. Crazy records. I will show the world what can be achieved. This might be difficult for you to accept, but I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
I am coming for you.
Don't worry, though.
I'll be gentle.
Ever experienced the frustration of losing Wi-Fi signal from one room of your house to another? Well, luckily for you, like most things in life, there's Wi-Fi, and then there is smart Wi-Fi. And with supersonic fiber, smart Wi-Fi just got even smarter. With the help of Plume, Supersonic are able to give you a smart Wi-Fi experience like no other. What does this mean? Well, a few things really. Supersonic smart Wi-Fi adapts to your space, filling every inch of your home with fast and reliable signal that enables uninterrupted streaming, so you can download your favorite content from anywhere in your home. Setting up and managing your network is easy peasy. Our on-site technicians will conduct a full Wi-Fi sweep of your home and advise on how many Plume devices you need to get 100% coverage through your home. What makes this even better is that your first device is absolutely free. The devices, combined with the Supersonic Smart Wi-Fi app, give you total control of your network anywhere, anytime, all from the app on your phone. Whether you want to add temporary or permanent network users or give them custom passwords and device access for certain periods of time, the control is yours. Supercharge your home with Supersonic Smart Wi-Fi. Go ahead, sign up today. It's the simplest, smartest connection you will ever make. Visit supersonic.co.za.
And we have got a fantastic day here. It's Thursday before Good Friday, before the Easter weekend, and even better than Easter weekend, we've got unbelievable rugby on the cards. There's nothing better for a Joburger than the St. John's Easter Rugby Festival. You join us now at the second half. St. Charles College 12 points to 0 against HTS Daniel Pienaar. My name's Manny Sakhale, and in the com box I've got Tyron Peters. Tyron, the most bizarre game you've ever seen in your life, isn't
Manny,
it?
100%. You know, if you look at the stats and the territory, or stats and possession of this game, looks like Daniel Pienaar should be in charge. But I see St. Charles 2 times in the 22, actually once in the 22, and able to score 2 tries. 12-0 St. Charles. Daniel Pienaar knocked it on as Mgini gets it to Majosi, who puts it on the boot early on in the second half, straight down Marburg's throat. Gets it out to Chingoma, who Edwards now. Edwards through the middle. That's the one thing. Edwards has really looked exciting, but lacked the penetration at 13 as he gives it out to Botma. Marburg, the forwards have run with penetration. The line speed from St. Charles definitely needs a lot of praise at the moment. As the hooker from Daniel Pienaar, Corne Nichols has a strong run. And again, the common trend of keeping possession. Marburg out to Gous. Gous now to Chingoma. Straight down to ground. Marburg. Human. Van Donda. And great tackle by Mbuli. Great tackle by Mbuli. And again, the defence has made sure that the knock-ons happen. What's it said is in front, is offside. And it's St. Charles ball. Again, Mbuli, great line speed, great defence. Daniel Pienaar not used to such stern defence and making the mistake. And again, we have a penalty to St. Charles. And it looks like they're going to continue building their momentum and their confidence into the second half as Majosi puts it on his boot. A powerful kick now, 10 metres out.
Goodness, that is an absolute mammoth, and we see right in the first half, we start the second half as we started the first half with St. Charles in the ascendancy at the moment. St. Charles inside the 22. I'm willing to even say very close to the 5-metre line here. It'll be interesting to see what St. Charles has done. Every time they've got into this position, as we see Jared Duplessis with a good 6 ball out here, we're going to see a rolling maul. They've managed to get some good ball there from Mabela.
JJ Ford gets it out now. Majosi around the back to the right winger, who's joined the line, Garrett Fryer. JJ Ford now has to clean. Someone has to get there. Counter-ruck's trying to come. Very good work by Sanele Mdingi. Brilliant work there as he picks and goes. Right by the line. He's got over the line. Is the referee awarded the try? No. He has said 2 movements and a penalty. And Daniel Pienaar, I think, have got out a huge jail there because 17-0. 2 minutes into the second half would have been very difficult to come back from, Manny.
Yeah, I must say, at this point, I've got to question the defence here. You know, as we see St. Charles still playing with 14 men, Jacob Queen still in the bin. Every time St. Charles have managed to get into that 22 or 5-metre area, they really have looked threatening, but with no real penetration, just through some structure and some patience. And HTS Daniel Pienaar have looked exactly the opposite. And I think that's HTS Daniel Pienaar's downfall at the moment as the score stands at 12-0 to St. Charles.
You know, Manny, it's not difficult to see that it's the key to any attitude of any team, watching them defend. You want to see if a team cares about each other, watch how they defend. And at the moment, you can see the hiss in the St. Charles side by the way they defend. And like you say, there's a little bit of a lack of defence coming from the Daniel Pienaar, because we can see they can attack. They like to run with ball in hand. They should be running a little bit straighter with a bit more intensity. But, you know, who am I to say that as Edwards cuts back inside, looking for the offload there. Chingoma first man there. Marburg now gets it out to the big man. Oh, it's a good hit in the middle of the field there. St. Charles boys' line speed's brilliant. Marburg out to Japto, who's joined the line. Fantonda gives it out to Hannes, giving that ball a little bit early to the reserve, Eric Watt. And have they been able to recycle the ball as the assistant referee has her flag up on the far side? Very good. Again, you know, great defence there by St. Charles, just shepherding them out. Very organised, obviously care about each other a lot because they're putting their bodies on the line and just shepherding the Daniel Pienaar boys sideways. The one chance I thought Hannes from Daniel Pienaar had there was a little 2-on-1 there with him and Eric White, and he just gave that pass a little bit early, allowed the defence to shift across. But whoever the defensive coach is for St. Charles can be very proud of himself at the moment.
Yeah, I think we must give credit to Pietrus Duplessis and Nick Jackson at the moment too. You know, the St. Charles boys have not looked physically more dominant than HTS Daniel Pienaar, but structurally they have looked very good. You know, as you say, just making sure HTS don't get any line breaks through the middle of the park, taking them out to the line and then just using the line as that extra defender. As we see a break and play, a few tired legs, possibly an injury all the way out there. We don't have his number at the moment. It looks like, judging from the bin in front of us, St. Charles back up to 15 men. They got 2 men down at the moment. This may be a bit of a problem here.
Looks like Skuman's going off there for Daniel Pienaar as Dirchen Beineveld comes on for them. And again, this is my question. If Edwards is playing 13, but he's got 10 on his back, obviously he's a good distributor. So you've got him at 13 because you say you want to get around the outside of them. Maybe that's your thinking, because he can distribute. But for me, the best players in the St. Charles side are their wingers and their fullback. Incredible players. As Jared Duplessis gets that into the lock. Who's that lock there? I just want to, first time, James Lanes. And as soon as he gets his first line of the day, the referee pins Jared Duplessis for a skew throw. And Daniel Pienaar, again, have a lifeline here. Score is still 12-0. We've been speaking a little bit negatively lately about them, but I would love to be proven wrong today in Johannesburg here at the St. John's Easter Festival. Love it when schoolboys prove us wrong by some exciting rugby and showing a bit of gears for each other. Straight running intensity. Of course, at the moment, for me, that's what they lack.
Yeah, as we see the substitute, Justin Klutter, making his way onto the park, some fresh legs. He looks like he's going to line up in the number 8. No, he's going to line up on the flank there.
I think our boy's been punished.
Yeah, Jacob Queen. That's the end of his day for today. As we see St. Charles, the really impressive thing here, after 36 minutes of rugby, St. Charles still maintaining their clean sheet. No tries, no penalties, no points on the board. As we see number 13, dancing and diving. He's got through 5, 6, 7. Can he get the offload? Unfortunately, nothing out the back of the hand. What a break there from number 13.
Well, he has been their best runner so far. Shamandre Hannes has been their best player. We've said he's their most dangerous. He's made 2-3 steps inside. You know, instead of out the back door, why not just straighten your shoulders with the fullback, draw him, and put your winger away and then be a real hero. But, you know, what do we know? We sit up here. Jared's about to get the ball in. Repeats, but a great steal by Marco Gous. And again, a counter steal there by Mpemba Mbele. Brilliant steal there as Majosi plays scrum off. Gets it out now to centre Greg Simpson, with a big boot down to the left winger from Daniel, Caleb Rudman, who's given it off there to Japta. Good support play. Marburg lining up the forwards as the new replacement prop, hands it off. And it's weird to see a front row shoveling the ball out like that. Marco Gous trying to get this lateral movement a bit forward. Pambili, gents, please, can we go forward? Well done. Again, we're going sideways. Edwards around the back corner here. And again, St. Charles just shifting across the field, making their tackle, showing good line speed in channel 1 and 2, shifting in channel 3 and 4. As the hooker shows a little bit of a step there, Corne Nichols trying to be Skulk Brits over here, making 5 meters. Well done. Marburg looking to give it to the big forward on his inside. Well done, straight over his defender. Finding a bit of... He's away, Chingoma. Great run by Chingoma. Oh, and Jefton knocks it on into Ngubeni's hands. The fullback pops it into the other fullback's hands as we have a little knock. 2 knocks. The referee says hard tackle on Ngubeni. We might have done a calf muscle, yeah? And then a little knock on to follow. But a little bit of excitement coming our way here at St. John's, boys, as the boys from Daniel Pienaar are trying to make amends and trying to catch up this 12-point margin and making a little bit of mistakes, as Jefta was away there if you didn't drop that ball.
Well, the team here from Uitenhage will be really disappointed in the results they've got, as we see a kick just above the 22. You know, they'll be really disappointed not to get any points on the board. I think they really have played well, but St. Charles just nullifying everything the team from Uitenhage comes with. And just above 25 at 22. It's going to be interesting to see how St. Charles look to attack HTS Daniel Pienaar.
As it looks like there's a little bit of an injury. You know, there's another player I've been really impressed with. His awareness levels and his intensity levels from St. Charles is the scrum half JJ Ford. You know, we know he's supposed to have aware scrum halves, but he in particular has been excellent. As we see, Majosi seems to be suffering from some sort of cramp, and the replacement has come on, and I think that's Ruben Jacobs. I could be wrong. Was that 22 or 21? If it's 22, it's Ruben Jacobs. If it's 21, it's Chevin Scott. As Majosi is leaving the field. Ball's knocked backwards. It's St. Charles keep possession, and the referee says, hang on. It's a knock on. Scrum time. Daniel Pienaar ball. Score still 12-0. And now I'll tell you now, Manny, as a schoolboy coach, this is the time where you want St. Charles to score. It's 12-point margin. The magic number 15 needs to be broken. More than 2 scores. Not many schoolboy sides can come back from that.
No, 100%, and I think you're 100% right there, especially at schoolboy sports and any sports in that case. You know, the mental game, you know, as much as the physical and the skillful game is so important, and they've got to be looking at the scoreboard. We know this is an Easter Rugby festival, but we've got to be looking at the scoreboard and say, well, what kind of margin can we get to until we've really and truly won this game?
Right, so we've got a change in the back line there for St. Charles. Looks like Greg Simpson's gone to 12. Zukile Mbuli has gone to 13. And the replacement to Stefan Trudeau or Chevin Scott or Ruben Jacobs has gone to number 13. As Marburg looks to feed for Daniel Pienaar just inside the 22. Again, a dominant scrum. Close on the back. Again, not going forward. Going sideways. Great defense. Marburg gives it out to Fantonda. Puts it on the boot. Tries to get it over the right winger. Garrett Fryer drops the ball over the line. First mistake by Garrett. Unlucky. First mistake as Ngobeni again comes across. Unlucky, but we're on the same team. We'll fix it together. And for me, that there is the reason they're 12-0 up. That's the exact reason that they're 12-0 up ahead of Daniel Pienaar. I don't see anybody talking to each other Daniel Pienaar's side. It's like 15 lone men trying their hardest as Human goes up with a great take. The maul's formed and Nichols takes it at the back as Marburg starts slapping guys around the back of the maul, and St. Charles counter. St. Charles straight through the middle. Looks like they've stolen this ball. This is a maul. Brilliant work by St. Charles. Is that the Lebanese named boy Andrew Beiruti? Magnificent work. That's fantastic by the lock there by St. Charles. Andrew Beiruti has gone through them all. Not easy to do that against big Afrikaans boys from Uitenhage. Hands on the ball and won them all.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's testament to the game they've played at the moment. Every time HTS Daniel Pienaar look to make any sort of forward movement, St. Charles are up to the task, you know. And that's how you win rugby games. You know, if you defend, the attack will come and the mistakes from the opposition will come.
JJ Ford gets it away. Garrett's gone. Garrett takes him on. Beats his first defender. Back to JJ Ford. Great pop-up. Unbelievable work there. As it looks like Queen's back on the field. He's given the ball out to Simpson, who's put the cross kick in. Ngobeni is chasing after it. So is Mbuli. Mbuli might get it. Oh, well done. Brilliant work by the right winger from Daniel Pienaar, Luke van Wyk, who's knocked it on, unfortunately, but brilliant work to recover the ball there, Manny.
Yeah, look, he's done really well. You know, the bounce just going in the favour of St. Charles, bouncing back to the attacking line from the left-hand side, and an unfortunate little knock on there. But really good work to cross-cover defence and make sure that it's not a certain try.
Looks like another change here for the St. Charles boys. The Jared Duplessis come off, and Alexander Putulo is on the field. I love these South African boys. The diversity in our country should be celebrated, because that's definitely not your average South African surname. And he's running there like a big unit, running in at hooker as well, so we know he's got an attitude. Let's hope he has a fiery 30 or 25 minutes here. I think it's 12 more minutes and a half. I don't think they're getting 30 minutes today.
Yeah, 100%, you know, as we see what's not a greatest ball, but they've made do with it. A little chip and chase under the poles, but a little bit too much here. St. Charles really expressing themselves at the moment. They look like a confident team here. HTS Daniel Pienaar do seem like an array a little bit. They don't know quite how to get past the St. Charles defence.
Definitely, and I think for me, I feel like it's a bit too lateral. They've had a couple of good, strong forward runs where they've broken the line. They've gone straight over a couple of St. Charles boys. But then the very next phase, they'll go lateral. And the phase off that, they'll go lateral. So if we keep going straight running, as we say on Ngobeni, who's a perfect example of straight running, takes it straight up on the weak shoulder of his defender. Great presentation of the ball. JJ Ford looking to get it out here. Big lock. Is that the 8th man? New player. Number 18, Scott Haygate. Strong run as JJ Ford gets it out. Queen, strong run again. Botner with the tackle on Queen. And again, a lovely controlled ruck here. JJ Ford behind the back to Simpson, who puts it on the boot again. He seems to love to kick this boy. Oh, it's almost worked out perfectly as the right winger, Luke van Wyk, has knocked the ball on again. And you know, as much as I want to cry as a coach for guys kicking the ball away in the 22, if you saw the opposition reacting when you kick the ball like that, why not? Sure.
Look, it's something that's worked in the last 2 kicks. You know, we've seen 2 kicks both being knocked on in that exact same area of the park, just above the 5 meter inside the 22-yard. So, you know, like you say, if you're seeing it working, you're seeing it reacting as we can see, but you guys can't see at the moment. Ngobani down on the right-hand side. I think he's also suffering from cramp.
Yeah, no, definitely. It looks like Ngobani's had won his last run of the day, and he's remembered that he's at a festival. He's got 2 more games and to take a break. This could be risky, but Mbuli goes over. Brilliant try. You know, all the talking from me, you can't stop JJ Ford and Zukile Mbuli, who's run through, stepped off his right, handed him off in the chest, dived over, and I think he's hurt his hamstring or hurt his leg as his buddy tries to help him over here as he's cramping. The winger the centre Zukile Mbuli with a great run.
Well, I'll tell you, it's the 3rd cramp of the day. It's unbelievable. I've never seen scenes like this. The whole back line is cramping up. But what a fantastic try. Ended off with a fantastic swan dive. Here's the replay here from the set piece. We see quality ball out here from St. Charles. And the little pop into space sees Zukile Mbuli with a fantastic swan dive. He tries to get up and no. The cramp hits him really hard at altitude.
The snipers in the trees shooting him in the calf. But it's sad to see how easily Edwards got pushed off there. Now we probably realise why he's not defending at 10, why he probably stands out at 13, because big boys like Mbuli will run through there all day. And again, you know, being a schoolboy coach, you start learning a couple of the tricks of the players. You know, they go 17-0 up. I think it might be 19. I don't know if he added the extra points. They've been talking so much. Definitely missed the kick there. So he's 17-0. But all of a sudden, your 3 best players have got cramp because we got a long festival ahead of ourselves. Yeah.
Most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my world. The entire back line is cramping up here, but they've added their 2 cents. Fantastic work as we see a nice, deep, searching kick here regained by HTS Daniel Pienaar. Can they get some points on the board in the 17th minute of the second half?
It looks like there's a new scrum off on the field as Nichols takes it up in the middle of the field. We will find out who that is for you boys. It might be Philip Meyer. He's giving the ball out. Edwards gives out to Hannes. Chapters join the line now. Puts his head down and drives as Simpson tries to steal the ball. He was the first man there. Oh, great run in the middle through there. I think that's Philip Meyer, the new scrum off. It is him too. Chingoma playing 9. Gives it out. The big man, Basic. Great strong run there. But it looks like St. Charles have stolen it. Well done. Jared Duplessis is still on the field, and he's stolen the ball. Giving out Jared Ford. Gives it out to the try scorer, who gives it out wide now to the new number 18, all the way to the winger. Don't put on your boots. You've been booting it the whole day. Run with the ball. You big man. Oh, and he gets smashed out. His body position's too high. And the Daniel Pienaar boys smash him out on the 22-meter line. But great play again once again by St. Charles. You know, shifting the ball. The try scorer giving it out wide like a centre. And watching a bit of pace. Very well done.
Well, there is really something special about the St. Charles side. You know, every time HTS Daniel Pienaar think they get a sniff, as we see a line out just inside the HTH 22. Over it goes to number 17. It's lost, but it's lost backwards as we see a bit of a ruck forming here. It's going to be interesting to see what approach they take. Do they go for the safety approach, or do they look to attack at this point in the game, 17-0 down?
Benny, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I really don't know what to tell you. The guys are picking and driving outside their 22 here. They're picking and driving outside. They're 22 at 17-0 down. Now, I don't want to start talking about tactics and stuff, but what do I know when Coast goes away with the ball and down the blind side? Brilliant, just to suck the defenders in a little bit. Philip Meyer gives it out wide to Bazake, but he's still one man running the whole day. Can you imagine if someone just tipped the ball off to him? Philip Meyer, Nichols now, Edwards, Hannes, who's just thrown the ball out to, I think that's Luke White. Well done by the left wingers across on the right here. Philip Meyer now, Edwards in his favourite fly-off position. He gives it out to Hannes. Again, very lateral, all the way across to the right winger. He's away. Great run by Eric White. Good tackle. Great tackle. Have they stolen the ball? Philip Meyer now. Gous. Gous, again, one-off runner. Can you imagine? Oh, Gous, look how effective he is. Imagine if a fly-off's tipping the ball off to him. Baineveld over his head. Well done, Edwards. He's away. Jefter popping it back. Beautiful. Great handoff. Hell of a handoff. Where's this man been? Where's he been, Manny? What a try. Go, boy. All the way. Over. He's given it. Oh, the linesman's got his flag up. What a killjoy. What a killjoy. Give him the try. Gee whiz, if he was over 18, I'd give him a bells. That was unbelievable.
Well, an unbelievable team try here. Charlton Club finishes off. Look at him. He hands one. Number 15 goes down. He says, no, I'm still going. An attempted tackle. Three or four guys try to take him down. And a fantastic cross-cover tackle there from
He's
St.
given
Charles.
the line out, Manny. They haven't given the boy the try.
They are absolutely relentless on the St. Charles side. But what a run there from Cup.
Jared Duplessis gets the line out in here on the St. Charles boys line as they try and run it out. Oh, the referee's definitely going to give a high tackle there. Baineveld, silly. As JJ Ford again showing his awareness and presence of mind. Taking it quickly straight through the middle. Great pass. Simpson with a handoff at the back door to Garrett. Garrett Fryer. Is Garrett away? Hannes makes the tackle. High tackle, the referee says it is. But unbelievable defence there. Great counter-attacking. All started by that man, JJ Ford. Gave it across to the very influential Greg Simpson, who then gave it out the back door to Garrett Fryer, who was brilliant. Let's look at the replay here. Out the back door, Garrett Fryer's away. Here comes Hannes again. Another good tackle. Oof, not good tackle. Good effort, but it's bad tackle, bad technique. We don't want to go around guys' heads. And now St. Charles won. They're going for the blood. They kicked it in the corner. They're putting another nail in the coffin. They want to go for the final blow here.
Well, I really don't know how they do it, as we see a line out going in there from the number 2, Jared Duplessis. And St. Charles find themselves in a prominent position once again as they try to attack the blind side. They gain a meter of ground here. What can St. Charles do? Every time they've got into this position, they've looked to score a try. We see them gaining more ground here. They play really good quick ball. Their structures are good.
Oh, it's Shirley's ball out. Sorry.
Well,
Sure.
ball out there and fantastic defense or not?
So tackler roll away now. Things like the ref's changed his mind.
Well, look, it's all happening here at St. John's Easter Festival. Fantastic rugby. You should be down here as we see them taking the line out down here. Every time St. Charles look in a spot of bother, they defend for their lives and look to attack with some serious intent. Unbelievable rugby from
Manny,
the
I tell
Midlands
you,
team.
There is no way in the world that you would ever think to yourself that the score is 17-0 and it's from St. Charles and Daniel Pienaar. And these are not traditional massive South African schools, but this is brilliant, brilliant rugby. As St. Charles show their class going over for the line-out. Brilliant driving maul. And they've gone over. I don't know who scored the try. I don't know if it's Jared Queen or if it's the James Lanes, the lock. But a brilliant, again, first phase ball. Magnificent driving maul. The smaller pack showing that intensity always wins over bulk. And going over for their 4th try unanswered. And I will tell you this, folks at home. These are guys from Durban. Is that Scott Hyatt? Because we've got Jacob Queen, but Scott Hyatt. Scott Haygate it is. And I'll tell you, these are Durban boys. So they're supposed to be used to the thickest air. And you know, we're in the last 5 minutes in Joburg with the thinnest air. And these guys are running everybody off their feet.
Well,
unbelievable credit to the coaches.
They are absolutely relentless, and as you say, just serious credit going out to the coaches. St. Charles really, if you've been watching this game for 60 minutes, have not looked like the better side. They have not had the domination of possession. They have not dominated in their forwards. Yet, the score at the moment as we see a mixed kick just out to the right-hand side. 22-0. Tyron, when was the last time you saw a team defending for 60 minutes straight and not conceding a point?
Manny, I will say this. They haven't been that great at all those things that you said. You were spot on. But their defense has been great. Their line speeds have been great. Their spirit has been brilliant. They have always, if a mistake's happened, you've seen high fives all around the field. You've been chatting all around the field. And when they have had ball, they have been intense. They have been going with pace. And we know that the number one rule in rugby is speed. You got speed, you got it all. I'll pick speed over size every day of the week. And the intensity of these St. Charles boys has really been brilliant. You know, we cannot say enough good things about their coaching. I don't know these guys. I'm a Joburg boy. I don't know these people. But I'll tell you, they deserve huge credit because this has been a fantastic display of smart tactical rugby against a really good side from Daniel Pienaar, who looked like they came here and outmuscled them. And they just haven't been able to because of that defense.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this HTS Daniel Pienaar side is definitely no run-of-the-mill side here, and St. Charles have just had all the answers, all the solutions, as we see a big rip here. Which side is the ball coming out? Daniel Pienaar out-muscling the St. Charles boys. They're in the 22 now. They're going to look to run, but once again, the defense is absolutely unfathomable at the moment.
Edwards goes blind now. He tries to give the ball out wide. Oh, straight through the legs. And the referee says we'll go back for the first knock from the rip, I think, from St. Charles, and it's Daniel Pienaar's ball. And let's just hope, last move of the game, Daniel Pienaar can get on the board.
And there we go we see from Udolf and Dylan de Oliveira. Let's go Daniel Pienaar. A lot of Daniel Pienaar supporters at the moment watching all the way from the Uitenhage. And there we go, last the Ianamana. Go St. Charles. We see a few St. Charles supporters as well as...
Harry Lombard, big shout out. Late Riza, big shout out. Die hele dag. St. Charles. Watching the... Karen Urendal, what's happening, young man? Big shout out to you, young man.
Oh, there we go. We've got a fan of Tyron Peters right there. Fantastic.
All the way from Saudi
Fantastic
Arabia. Watching St. John's, you beauty. Come on, Edwards. Get over the line. Show and go. Good tackle in the middle of the field. And he's got it up. The referee's allowed him to get up and go. Philip Meyer gives it out to Gous, who I feel has been their best player from Daniel Pienaar. Around the back corner, Gous gets it out to the winger, who flicks it back inside. And somehow they have the ball. Sherbet. Okay, perfect. Sorry, boys. Sorry, guys. Just a big shout out to the Garrett Fryer lookalike. The Ruben Jacobs is actually St. Charles's number 14. So very big apology to Ruben Jacobs. You've had a great game on the right wing for St. Charles and on defence there especially. Thank you for the information coming through because we just go with the names that are given to us and the numbers. So if things do change, again, proof that we don't know these guys. We have no favoritism. But we're just trying to appreciate some really good schoolboy rugby here. And quite frankly, I just want Daniel Pienaar to get over the line now and take something home with them, take some positives out of this game. They've had a load of possession. Philip Mayer's about to feed the ball. So let's get that thing out of there and get over the line.
As we see the ball going out wide, they're going to look to spread it as they attack down the middle, a little offload all the way, and we're going to see a little bit of an overlap, a little chip and chase. Can they get over the white line? Collection.
Oh, he dropped it. What? It couldn't have bounced better, man. It could not have bounced better up for him. I think it's Mr. Eric White who has just watched the ball sail through his hands, and he had the try line in front of him. Could have got over. Unlucky, and you know what? I think that sums up Daniel Pienaar's day.
Well, basically, as we see a replay here, Daniel Pienaar really attacking the line, trying to get in and above the line of the St. Charles boys here is Luke van Wyk. Tyron, a fantastic display of defensive rugby we've seen here from St. Charles, making due of every single opportunity they were given. Daniel Pienaar did look like they were in the ascendancy for the duration of the game, but what a defensive display of rugby here from St. Charles.
Massive shout out to the St. Charles boys. Well done here. 22-0 by St. Charles against Daniel Pienaar from St. John's. Coming up next, the next game, we'll find out soon. Off to a break we go. Tyron Peters signing off.
And
Manny,
Manny
have a great day, Manny.
Awesome. Have a good day.